What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Redriveraviation. Hope you're on a fantastic day today. And today we have the NG models August 2024 releases for you all. I really hope each and every one of you are excited for today's video, as today we dive in and see what NG models has for August. So I really hope all of you are excited for this. Let's hope that they have a really good set here, as they did end up skipping out on July, so we go straight to August, and they have August 2024 offers, which is a new term. Haven't seen any manufacturer use the term offers instead of releases, but nevertheless it should be great, and looking forward to seeing what we have going here. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to start with Cyprus Airways Airbus A319. This is 5B Delta Charlie X-ray with the white nose cone. So cool to see this after seeing it in real life. It's quite a neat livery. I saw their Airbus A320. It definitely has some real color to it, and ultimately I do think that this is a good choice considering the obscure nature of an aircraft like this. So very nice release right there, and we can definitely approve of that one. However, I bet they're going to have a normal nose cone to go with it, which is not surprising whatsoever. And we'll be talking about those concepts more in the future. I know I've bashed them several times for the amount of small duplicates they've done essentially, but we'll talk about that coming up. But it still is a little unfortunate, but there'll be a more appropriate time, so stay tuned for what I'm talking about with that. Okay, our next aircraft is a TAM Airbus A330-200 in the Star Alliance livery, and this is Papa Tango Mike Victor Mike. So I believe they did some other Star Alliance liveries recently, so cool to see TAM getting their version of it. I really would like to expand my Alliance special livery fleets, whether it's Star Alliance, and I don't even have a white team Skybody either, so it would be cool to get an aircraft like this at some point. So great looking plane, and definitely a unique one that they haven't done yet, so great to see that. Definitely going in the right direction with these so far. The next one's going to be a BMI Airbus A330-200 Star Alliance, and this is Gulf Whiskey Whiskey Bravo Delta. So cool to see this Star Alliance getting done as well. A little simpler on this one, but again, we'll talk about these fundamental concepts. I'll briefly explain at the end of the video, and then there'll be more of a full analysis diving into it at a later time. Okay, our next aircraft is going to be yet another Star Alliance. I'll briefly explain it after this one because it's getting excessive. This is November 342 Alpha Victor A330-200 for Avianca. So why you're seeing all these duplicates done in a row for the Star Alliance livery and other situations like this is because when these companies are producing these diecast model aircraft, it makes more sense to do the similar liveries in the same batch of aircraft. So for example, instead of doing the Star Alliance livery in 3 separate rounds of production, they can do all these Star Alliance A330-200s at the same time and just slap a different sticker on it. So TAM, BMI, Avianca. Now, I don't think this excuses that these aircraft should be spread out in the NG releases themselves, because they can be produced the same. I just don't think NG sees it that way, and as a result, they produce these aircraft all in the same release. So that's the predominant reason. There'll be more of an analysis going into that. Similar concept for if they wanted to do a white nose cone plane or a sticker on another, it makes more sense to do it in the same production run. So again, more analysis on that at the end, but that was the third one in a row, so I just really wanted to explain that before we couldn't figure out why it was that excessive. Okay, next we have a Shotcut Airlines Airbus A350-900. This is the Panda route, and it's an ultimate release, so definitely cool to see this one. It's slightly different from the previous ones, I believe, but relatively similar. So similar story here from what we've seen in the past. And then our next one's going to be the Panda route without the Ultimate Collection, which is to be expected. So yeah, definitely not too bad there. And then our next aircraft is going to be a Delta Airlines A350-900 November 521 Bravo November, and this is going to be the second Team USA iteration. So they did the first one on the A330-900 Neo. Now we're getting the A350 version here with the additional red, which I really like. So I'm personally thinking of going for the LA-28 special livery. However, I'm still in that deciding process. So cool to see NG knocking it out though, no matter what the case is. We'll see if they do the LA livery with it. And this is going to be the Ultimate Team Collection 350, so very interesting to see that. In an upcoming mass unboxing, I decided to get my first NG A330 Neo with the Delta example, and it's a really great model, so stay tuned for that. But definitely would like to continue to expand here. But cool to see NG knocking out these popular Team USA airplanes. Okay, we have a Southwest 737-800 November 8653 Alpha California 1 livery. This makes the release good by itself because we really haven't had a standout Southwest special livery in a long time, probably since New Mexico 1 or a while back. So huge thumbs up. This is really great to finally see this after waiting months for it. So absolutely 100% we'll be getting this. It's going to be one of the prettiest planes in the collection, so I'm very excited for this. And again, this really makes the release, and we are certainly going in the right trajectory. So a great release here, really great choice, and that's going to be a very exciting one to add to the collection. So NG Models, wonderful job in selecting a very popular offering with the offers with the California 1738. That's awesome. Good job for them being number 1 to it right there. That's great. And then we go back to our typical releases, the China Airlines 737-800. This is Bravo 5796, and this aircraft has the Yunkin peacock orange color scheme with the formal logo on the tail. So a pretty interesting livery here, but it does add some character to it for sure. So we definitely can respect that in reference to the design, and overall it's looking quite nice. Our next aircraft is a Qantas 737-800. This is going to be Victor Hotel is Victor Zulu Oscar, and this is going to be the first one retrofitted with the Scimitar winglet. So cool to see this, as I believe they did the blended winglets previously. So I actually would be interested in a standard Australian plane like this, just to continue to expand my fleet. As you all know, I really expanded my European fleet recently, as that is a new era for me. So definitely would love to expand into these regions as well and pick up a narrow body every now and again. So maybe that will be the one. I don't know. We'll see if I can get a discount or at some point or equivalent, but I'm sure that will be a popular one considering the quality and standardness of the aircraft. So that's a really good release. Very impressed. And the next one's going to be the second one retrofitted. So this is a popular enough airplane to where it makes sense to do this. This is be like doing 2 Southwest 737s or equivalent in the standard livery. So yeah, definitely a good choice there. I can live with that, and that's how you should reuse the production quantity if you're going to do it instead of nose cones and stickers. So very nice. That's really solid. Normally I contradict that, but in this particular case, these are popular enough to justify it. Okay, United 737-900ER, November 69818, and this has the co-merger livery with the 100 sticker. So this, in my opinion, is how you reuse planes. They did this Continental Globe plane back in 2022 sometime, come back to it 2 years later and add a feature to it. In this case, the 100 sticker, very small detail, but it is relatively, I don't know if it's new or not, but it hasn't been done ever by anybody, and this is 2 years later, so it's great. It's like, okay, well, if you need this Continental Globe release and you missed out on the first one, here's another opportunity to get it, similar to like the Spirit A321 and so on. So I'm actually rather impressed with the release so far. They've really done a good job with logic. This is how you reuse a concept if you've already done it before. So NG, very good job so far. I really hope to see this continue for the rest of the release. And they're going to do the March of Diamonds as well. Now, see, that's the way to do it. And overall, I'm genuinely super impressed here. November 66848. When did that livery even exist? I never saw that on the 739. If anybody knows if that's flying around, let me know, but I'm sure that was back from the mid-2010s when that was flying around. That's a really good looking plane, so if it was flying, I would definitely consider getting it, but considering that it's definitely repainted, I'm sure at this point, unfortunately, I'll probably have to pass, but that's solid. That's exactly what you want to see if you're going to reuse a concept. So I'm super impressed so far. Let's hope that this continues. Let's not go the other way. And then they're going to do a third one with the special sticker, November 66837. This is also kind of cool if you really like United. Like if these were American special liveries that they've done in the past, the 319s, I would 100% consider getting them. So I can definitely see some logic here, and I think people will be interested. In this case, it's the Special Olympics with the 50 stickers. So it's the best way you reuse a concept. Now, I know I did contradict myself with all of the Star Alliance planes that I mentioned previously, but the Uniteds make a little bit more sense together, right? It's like the American MD-80s, but the Star Alliances don't have much relation outside of the livery. They're all different airlines. So, you know, different places to do it, different ways to place it. Definitely a really good discussion to have. I would love to hear your opinions in the comments below. But I think, you know, similar aircraft types and same airlines especially definitely go better together rather than this. And, you know, to top this off, you know, I would probably do one standard livery just to finish it off for anybody that missed out on that, since they already went to the effort to do all three of these together. But hey, it's still really great, and you know, this Qantas, you could really go into argument about that. This will be a release that I definitely swing back to in a video to analyze. It's a very interesting one, but overall, I think for the most part, it's been a really solid effort. So very good so far. Let's hope this continues. Our next aircraft is Air China Boeing 747-8I. This is Bravo 2479 with the VIP Ultimate livery, or it's a sticker, I'm not sure. Yeah, so I don't think this one's been done. Could be wrong, but nevertheless, it's a great looking plane, very popular, I'm sure, over there. So yeah, this is great, and I think that we can definitely live with this one being an ultimate. So probably gonna have a standard to go with it. This has the Wi-Fi dome this time. I mean, okay. I mean, it's a minute difference, but if it makes them happy, then that works. So cool to see differences, and it is a different registration, 2482. So very interesting right there, and overall not bad. And we're going to have a third one, which is the normal BIP as you expect. It's the same as flaps up, flaps down. No surprises there, but yeah, it's solid to see it right there. And we're going to have the other one with the Wi-Fi dome too, so you can literally have whichever version that you want. So if you like to save money, or if you want the ultimate packaging, there is options there for you. Okay, so here we go for the Atlas Air Boeing 747-8F. This is November 856 Golf Tango, and this has the memory of Redriveraviation sticker. So very cool to see this one, just this little sticker up here. So looking very nice on that aircraft. And we have another Atlas Air 747-8F. This has the Qantas freight sticker, so this one should be a little, no, not quite as more obvious, but this aircraft's November 850 Golf Tango. Really good month if you like Atlas 747s, as it appears. And here's another one. This is 862 Golf Tango, and this has these titles right here. It's the second to last built 747. I got the last one right here. That will be in the upcoming unboxing. Really great mold, so I highly recommend it if you're interested in a plane like that. So cool to see them do some more here. Don't think we'd be seeing another, but we'll see. There's another one, 861 Golf Tango. This has the 30th anniversary sticker. So yeah, I mean, again, this one's really tough because yes, normally I would say spread out the Atlas 747s, but the stickers are so minute here that I think it just makes sense to get them all knocked out at once. I don't think we need every one of these stickers, but at least it gives some variety for anybody that wants a particular one. And a fifth one, a normal one to go with it. Well, at least they did a normal one here, unlike the United 739. So yeah, that's a monstrosity of 747-8Fs for Atlas Air. Very interested by that, and you know, at least they're getting them all knocked out now. So hopefully we can move on to some more exciting planes. But at least we got California 1 and some other cool planes this month. So let's hope that maybe one more cool plane shows up. Here's the Air China 777-200 Bravo 2059, the blue Phoenix liner livery. Yeah, really cool. I can't think of any Air China 777s off the top of my head they've done, so that's definitely a very substantial livery. And if I were to get Air China plane or equivalent, I would like to pick a special livery that's solid like that. Don't know if that one's been repainted or not, but definitely some real interest on that aircraft. And this one has the red livery. This is 2060. I believe these are rather popular for Air China. I think these are some of the more popular specials they have. So these can definitely add up in some substantial release there. So that's really nice. And we have some more blank models. Here's a 747-100. This has the JT9D engines. Very solid there, especially great for anybody who wanted to do customs. So definitely can live with a couple of blank releases. I'm sure we got a couple more. This is a 767-200. Very cool. And this has the CF6 engines. So that's very nice. Here's a 300, and this also has the same engine configuration. It doesn't want to load the picture, but there it is. Gorgeous and really good for customs. Really good. So NG definitely opening a new avenue in that regard. That's awesomeness. Here's another one. This has the Pratt engine, so cool to see that. Overall, it looks really nice. It has a different door as well. And here we have an MD-82. Nice. And this is going to be the later version on that aircraft. So very nice to see that. That's really great. There's so many different planes, but I think a Reno Air would go really well here. So, you know, there's definitely potential for anybody that's interested in taking on a real project. So cool to see that. Very nice. And we have an MD-81 as well, so that's really cool. But we'll have to see what releases, but I think like Iberia would be good. So there's definitely options referring to until NG does the release of MD-80s. But it appears that they did not do any actual MD-80s this month, unless we're going to find it down here. We do have the Ultimate Team, or sorry, rather Ultimate Collection Bravo 2026 red Air China aircraft. So that's very nice to see that right there. And then we have the blue one too. So definitely cool to see both these getting an ultimate release, just like flaps up and flaps down. But it's a little bit more balanced here. I think they did only 6 so far. It's not bad. There's 7 though with the China Unite 737-800 Bravo 208 Zulu. And it says the Dang Dang livery, which is a very colorful livery. So cool to see that, and great to see. Not as bad on the duplicates, excluding the Atlas Airs, but at least we got those all knocked out. So yeah, it's definitely, we can go into a wide array of opinions on how they did duplicates this month, but not too bad. And that is it for the NG Models August 2024 releases. Not bad. I think the logic is a little better here. We've been seeing that trajectory for the last couple of months, so we can definitely live with that in reference to the effort. Quite a few ultimates, I think 8 or 9 maybe, actually, now that I'm counting them up, excuse me. So yeah, but you know, there are some cool pieces in here. Definitely the Cypress 319 is great. The Southwest California one will be very hot. The Qantas 737 is another good one. Interesting choices on the United, but I think it works. So I'm sure there was a wide array of predictions on that particular deal, because they probably only gave the hint those 3 characters. So yeah, definitely an interesting one right there. The Air China is definitely excessive, but that's what they wanted to do. So what can I say? And the Atlases, I explained that concept luckily, so hopefully that now makes a little bit more sense. And I didn't know till prior to the Todd Michael seminar for Gemini jets, which will be coming out very soon on the WAS YouTube channel. So stay on the lookout, and I'll do a video when that comes out. And you can also see all the blanks along with a couple additional Air China. So, you know, a little bit more diversity would have been nice here, but the fundamental concept remains, so that's a big part of this. I think the Star Alliances spread out probably would have been a little bit more desirable. The Shotcut airline, its aircraft have just been getting demolished lately. They've done so many, so they continue to do those. But the California one's finally great to get, so hopefully this is a sign of additional special liveries that have not been done to be conducted here in the future, so that'd be nice to assess for sure. Qantas is a very great release there. I think that's really smart. And yeah, so overall, really solid, a little narrower here, but hopefully they'll get back to some popular releases here. You know, still some good pieces here, but it's not quite the magnitude of what we saw even last summer or dating back to 2 years ago. So it'll be interesting to see what they do. Hopefully they continue to progress in the right direction, but I'll definitely be getting the California one 737-800. And then I also definitely have interest in even an Air China 777. You know, that sounds really obscure for me particularly, but I love expanding my international fleet, so that one would be interesting, just considering that it has quite a bit of color to it, and it's also a 200 777. I usually have the 300s, so definitely interested in expanding here in various ways. Let me know what you're thinking in the comment section below. But nevertheless, that'll do it for today's video, everybody. Thank you all so much for watching. I want to thank each and one of you for watching. My name is Redriveraviation. Take it easy, everybody. Stay safe. Just process. Do what you love and love you do. My name is Redriveraviation. I want to thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all soon as Redriveraviation is signing off.